Okay, hello people of the internet. Steve here from Insight Video Marketing. I'm here with Andy Moore from EverTrek, the head yeti from EverTrek, the venture travel company. And we wanted to talk to you about the last 7 days and the campaign we've just finished running for EverTrek and their Kilimanjaro trip. You may have seen me shouting about our video premiere last Tuesday. And we've had some amazing engagement, some amazing numbers come from that. And we just wanted to talk through that kind of process, let you know some of the numbers, just again to reinforce that sort of power of video and a well thought out strategy and campaign. So I'm just going to make Andy a little bit bigger, one sec. Gallery view, here we go. Now you can see us both equally.
Hey Steve, how's it going?
Hello, thank you for joining me. How are you doing?
That's okay. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, it's I mean, I know we're here to talk about the campaign. Last day today, so yeah, it's been an awesome week.
So can you tell me a little bit about some of the kind of key figures you've had coming from the campaign so far?
Yeah, sure. So this is the seventh day. Basically, we're doing like a video campaign, obviously, and the main figures at the moment. So we've reached today with just over 60,000 of sales. Which is fantastic. So that's just in the last 6 days. That equates to pretty much 25 trips booked, which is around Kilimanjaro. So we've had 25 people book on to Kili. That's the week. So I mean, some of the big figures, I know we've chatted briefly about it, but the main one was mad because we've done the premiere. We launched it on our Facebook Live. We had all the audience. We made a big hoo-ha about it. We got as many viewers on as possible. I know we'll talk more into strategy in a sec, but yeah, in terms of the numbers, while we were doing that live, which was just under an hour, it was I think we did like 10K of sales while we're on the live, which was nuts.
Yeah, I mean, when you told me that, I was over the moon. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how does that fit with maybe like a normal week? So if you take away the video, take away all the hype, how many bookings would you normally expect without that kind of campaign behind it of a week?
Yeah, sure. So I mean, normally we get trickle of bookings just because we do advertising on different areas. And it's important, I think, when it comes to, especially, if you're doing video campaigns, it's one of many campaigns that are running at a time. This all works the same goal, I expect. So yeah, it's certainly not nowhere near those numbers, especially for Kilimanjaro, because it's a new product. So we're trying to get as much engagement around it, as much people to know about that we do Kilimanjaro. So using video for that to get as much reach as we can. I think that's why we've seen such a big jump in the numbers.
Yeah, amazing. Cool. So let's first of all, before we look at the strategy, let's talk about the film itself and why. I know it's a very kind of specific style of film that we created. Why do you think that's had such a positive result? The way we kind of presented the trip and everything like that. What is it that makes people watch that and then instantly go, I need to book onto this trip? It's quite a quick buying decision there, isn't it?
Well, I think the last 18 months, I know we've worked together on a previous projects like Journey to Base Camp. We've done before. I think it certainly tells a story, and our products are very aspirational. So if people see something and it appeals to them, it's not just this company is amazing, which it can work in certain areas, but where we place the video, which is obviously on social media, we're going to, especially this one, we're going to be using it on our website, obviously showing out to people through an inquiry step. But when it comes to using videos like this, you notice a massive difference. I forgot what I was going with that now. Typically,
it's all around the kind of the style of the video and
style of video, isn't it?
The emotional connection, I suppose, that we're getting from the video.
Yeah, and I know obviously when we mapped out what we'd like to achieve with the video, it was about showing what we wanted, the right type of customers. Like for instance, we wanted it to show that it was difficult. We wanted to show that it's not easy, but then you show the good bits. They're hugging at the summit. Some of the end when we're doing the dancing. All the bits that trigger emotions in people. And I think especially with our products, because it is an aspirational product. Obviously, we're going on a trip. For people to see that and they're like almost they want that to be them. So I think telling that story without just having all this, because don't get me wrong, certain things, like obviously we've done some Facebook ads, which, they're only like 10 seconds, but they show some of the visuals we've seen, not necessarily the emotional side. But I think as an entire film, showing the emotion, I think that attracts a lot of people who watch it. And they go, well, that's me, Yeah,
and I think the big difference is it's the kind of difference between selling the experience and sort of selling the features, I suppose. So like, we could quite easily have created a film that said, hi, we're EverTrek, we run trips to Kilimanjaro. On this trip, it takes 8 days. You get your tents carried for you by your porters, and you have this included, and you have that included. And you could run a 4-minute video, which would
be a bit boring, wouldn't it?
It wouldn't be that captivating, exactly. So I guess it's a way of us taking that information and presenting it in a much more kind of engaging and captivating way, which is incredibly important. And the thing is, it doesn't have to just be a travel film to do that. It could be any product or service or business. It's just a case of looking deep. Okay, so let's talk about the strategy then, and how we kind of created that hype and that buzz. How we got 150 people onto the live, because I know initially you were planning on kind of releasing it on YouTube. And then sort of the campaign around it. What did we end up doing, and kind of what difference did that make, do you think?
Well, I think obviously we'd had chats about, haven't we, about what strategy we were going to use, how we were going to get as many people on there as possible. I think YouTube was an option. I think we looked at that, but ultimately a lot of our audience, and this is what I mean, depending on where your audience is. I mean, ours is on Facebook. We're quite lucky that we can use and target people on Facebook. But basically, we eventually decided, let's make a big hoo-ha about it on Facebook. Let's do it as a premiere, because I know you recommended, let's get a trailer together. So you put together a little, I think it was like a 2-minute trailer. Again, like I mentioned earlier, just some bits in there. Like I know we talked about drama, enticement. It's like when you watch a movie trailer, isn't it? You're watching something that makes you want to watch the real thing. Yeah. So we obviously worked together, and you put that, nice little trailer. I'm going to use that again. Actually, I think it's really good. That trailer. And then we kind of thought, what's the best way to do it? And we decided to do it on Facebook as a live. So we're showing the premiere, and then we sort of set. We also used other things, like I know we talked about this in the beginning, but also about, it's great to have the video, but it's the strategy used alongside it and where you use that video. Anyway, if you're going to create a nice video, that's great, and it'll look lovely on your website, but you've got to have traffic to watch that video. You've got to force traffic. And so we used some messaging automation through ManyChat, just to try and get as many people on there. So we created like a little virtual ticket, if you like, just try and make it a bit more fun, engaging. And then we
experience again.
Yeah, exactly.
we created an experience for people, rather than them just coming, rather than just saying, oh, here's a film we've just released, you should watch it. We kind of, like I say, created an experience. You had that golden ticket, which was really exciting. So thinking about the messenger, the automation there, which is awesome. And I think that definitely drove a lot of the traffic. But then we also had your email campaigns as well, which you put out as well. Again, kind of pushing the trailer to get a bit of excitement. And how did that work with the email campaign?
So basically, we've because it's all about where your audience is. So we got our audience on Facebook, because we've got the Facebook page, the group, so that captive audience. But then we've also got quite a decent email list, so we got a captive audience on there. So basically, it's about saying, look, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going to go live. Get your ticket to it. So basically, they click on through a link to get registered for the live, which is was organised at a specific time. So pushing that out to the list, we did like reminders and things. I think it was about 4 or 5 emails, over the course of like a week, just to remind people and telling people how pumped we were about it as well. Because even though we'd seen some of the edits from you, Steve, obviously it was nice to feel part of our customer base, part of our community. Watching that with them, experiencing it the same, and almost reliving it because we were on there as well. So it was quite nice to see those bits. So it's all about, like I said, your captive audience, getting those people, as many people as you can, to watch that live.
Yeah, brilliant. So let's talk about, so that's kind of a very brief kind of overview of the strategy. I was, I was super happy with the trailer. Went out on Facebook ads as well, didn't it? And I was super happy to see that it had a decent amount of views, but also a decent amount of engagement on those videos.
Yeah.
What's the kind of engagement you've had as well? Because obviously sales, amazing. We've helped you generate 60K in 6 days, which is brilliant. But also, it's more than just sales in the business. It's about the engagement. It's about the audience. It's about your kind of, getting out there and getting people to see you. So how have these videos, the Facebook ads, the trailer, the main film, the 13-minute film, how have they increased your engagement through the last 6 or 7 days?
Yeah, looking at it, I mean, we pulled up a few stats before we came on, about like especially the reach of the video. So pretty much this is how many, almost how many people it's been shown in front of. And then you've got the engagement. We're looking at almost a 3,000% increase in engagement, which is nuts. So that means people watching that video, people commenting, people liking, people sharing, which ultimately, if they're doing that, then that, your brand awareness is going to be, tenfold. So it's quite an important stat to view that. How engaged are people of that particular content, which is the video. So yeah, it was amazing stats, really. I mean, I think we were looking at, it was around 90,000 people had actually been shown to, just on that particular campaign. And I think it was almost 20,000 people had actually engaged with it. So that's quite, you couldn't do that with just an image ad or, just written content, so you've got to have decent content for people to do that.
Or even just releasing a video, because I think that's one of the key things to drive home is that, it's all well and good having a great looking video and a video that people will watch. But too often do I see people just sort of having a video and just going, getting a Facebook post and going, oh, look, we've got a video. And then hoping that that's going to generate the traffic and generate the sales that video really can do. But I think too often people do that. So I think you've got to put all that kind of supporting marketing around it as well, and create that hype, create some hype, create some buzz around what it is you're doing. And that's when you see those amazing results. And I think that's the difference between like a video production company, I suppose, and a kind of strategy first company like we are.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. I mean, that's why, obviously we sat down and we went through where we're going to use them. I mean, it's kind of important for us. I mean, obviously we've worked with you a long time now, so we kind of know how we operate. But yeah, I mean, certainly if we just had a video made and it's like, off you go, there we are, but it's kind of nice to work with someone like yourself, Steve, and your team, just to sort of say, right, what do we want to achieve? Let's set some actionable targets, so we were looking at, right, obviously we know there's always a cost involved of any project. So we wanted to sort of get our return on investment from that, which was done while we were on the live, which was good, which is amazing. But then, so everything else is kind of a bonus, really, in a way.
And this is the thing, isn't it? Well, now that this campaign's over, you've still got all this content which you're going to keep using on Facebook ads. You're going to keep selling that trip. It may not be as many, as often, but you're going to ride the wave of this buzz for now. But also continue to use this content for years. I mean, we've been using the Journey to Basecamp now
2 years.
For nearly 2 years, and it's still generating income for you, isn't it? So I mean, I don't know what your return on investment is now, but it's got to be.
I mean, in terms of Basecamp trips, we've done over $1 million in the last 18 months. So
£1 million, not a million trips.
No, well, imagine if we didn't. Well, we can't do any trips right now, can we?
Well, no, that's true.
No, but we've done, in terms of Basecamp, in terms of sales over the last 12 months, we've done over £1 million of revenue in terms of sales revenue.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but we use that video in all of our marketing, because, if someone, like I know we did the trip walkthrough videos where we talk about, obviously the daily, but what people do on the day-to-day, on the itineraries. I mean, that's content that, if we didn't have, we wouldn't do those. And people, that's part of the sales funnel, and it, ultimately works.
Cool. Okay, so one final thing. What was video life like before you at EverTrek started working with us, Insight Video Marketing? Because I know you were using video.
Yeah. We had some videos. I mean, basically we had some, because we'd had some videos done before, which were good. They were okay. I suppose, again, we would just put them on YouTube, expecting people just to search them and find them. Again, it's not till you sit down and you actually think about what you want to achieve with video, and what sort of results you're looking for. Because it's like anything, you need to have a goal in sight. And we knew what we wanted to achieve with videos. So yeah, I'd say before we started working together, we didn't really have. It was different. Certainly from a sales perspective, I don't think it's just coincidence that our sales have got markedly increased since working with you. I think it's been because we've worked with you to obviously get all the content as much as we can, the trip videos, the walkthrough videos, the Facebook ads, the stuff we can use on YouTube, because we do a lot of question answering stuff on YouTube, don't we? Which eventually goes to the website. All of that in terms of a marketing strategy works, but we didn't have that before.
Yeah.
So I certainly see there's huge benefit. I mean, yeah, we're going to continue. I know hopefully this year we're going to do some more trips together. So yeah, massively excited.
Yeah, brilliant. Cool. Yeah, well, I'm very happy that we've had a positive impact on business, and I know we've kind of created a pretty strong friendship as well from it, which is great. And I know you're fully on it with anything else kind of marketing as well. So it's helpful that the videos are fit into such a solid marketing platform anyway. But no, thank you very much for your time.
No worries.
I'll wrap it up there, because otherwise we could talk forever, couldn't we? But yeah, I think as a 7-day campaign on a video goes, I think 24 bookings in 6 days, 60 grand revenue.
Yeah.
Return on video investment within an hour of releasing the content. I mean, what can you say?
I'd take that any day of the week.
Yeah, 100%. So brilliant. Well, cheers, Andy. I will hopefully see you in the flesh soon. And thanks everyone for watching. Before I do press stop on the record, if anyone else has kind of watched this and gone, right, I need that in my business, obviously feel free to give me a call. There is a link down in the comment section, so you can book a call with me, and we can talk about how to get that going. But until then, stay safe, stay positive. Bye, Andy.
Bye. Cheers, Steve.
Now. Bye.